Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with Dianne Waara for episode 10, Double Digits. Hello, Dianne. Welcome to the studio.
Hello.
Okay, so ground rules. You have 60 minutes. Use as much or as little as you'd like. No talking bad about people. Also, these are straight cut episodes with the exception of the 10-minute break because of your camera here. These interviews are being broadcast on Eagle Radio and posted on the Indigenous Insights Facebook page as well as the KBIC Tribal Members Facebook page. And the questions I use are there also. Did you check out any of the past interviews and the questions there?
I have. I've been watching most of them and checking out all the questions that people have been asking.
Cool. I'm really liking the interaction there. Lots of talk, right?
Yes, very much so.
All right, so let's jump into it. First things first, Dianne, tell us just a little bit about yourself because there's people out there that might not know you.
All right. Well, I'm the granddaughter of the late Rosemary Magnet Sholstead. My late parents are Rosalie and Stanley Waara. I lived here on the reservation all my life. In the early 80s, I did move to Massachusetts for around 10 years. And late 88, I came back and started raising my family here and started working at the tribe and started going to college. And I got my business administration degree, associates, and I did get associates in accounting degree also. And I've worked in the tribe for 30 years now. I've met a lot of people throughout the years. I've worked in the CHS department, health department, as a secretary. I helped Philomena Ekdahl in the CHS program in the old tribal center. And then from there, I went to the administrative assistants, working for Pearl Thorson at the tribal center we're at now. And from there, I got my degree in business, but then I wanted to apply for an accounting job, and I did with the understanding that if I finished my accounting degree. And I got the job, and I went and finished and got my accounting degree. I also have raised my 3 children here, and I have 11 grandchildren, plus other grandchildren from previous marriages or whatever. So I'm very busy with family.
Grandma time.
Grandma time, yes.
So what do you currently do right now?
I am working as a property accountant in the tribal center. I've been there for the past 4 years, and I like doing it. I like working in the accounting department, and I meet a lot of people, and I try to help everybody that I can.
Okay, so is this the first time you ran for council?
Yes.
Okay, so what motivated that?
Well, I wanted to run for the last few years, but every time I wanted to put a letter in, I'd back out. And I thought, this year, no, I'm going to do it. I got the strength. I feel I got the motivation, and I put my letter in. And here I am today.
Here you are today. So I want to dig into that. Why'd you back out? You talked yourself out of it?
I did. I talked myself out of it. I felt I wasn't quite ready. I felt I wasn't going to get the votes. And I said, this year, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be the strong person and put it in.
Very good. Okay, so with that being said, other than running for council, do you have any other experience with tribal politics?
I don't, no, and I want to learn it, and I watch a lot of the council meetings and stuff,
Okay.
And that's kind of motivates me too, is watching the council meetings and seeing everything that's going on. I thought, I want to be a part of that.
Okay, so you would say that you do stay informed with what's going on politically?
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
Very good. Let's see my timer here. I don't want to run out of time.
Okay.
All right, so this is your first time running, first time campaigning. How would you say it's going so far? We got the vote coming up here, not too far away.
Well, this is the first experience coming into the radio station. I got a letter and stuff ready. I want to go out and start campaigning this weekend and this coming week, so people have a fresh listen. They can listen to what I have to say, and it's going to be fresh in their minds once the voting comes up next weekend.
Makes sense. So you must have been having other conversations, though, building up to this. What's some of the topics you have in those conversations, speaking with people? I mean, your supporters, what are they looking for you to do when you get in there?
Change.
Okay.
Change is the biggest thing. And getting to say my own vote.
And just kind of getting that you want to be able to see, you do stay informed, but you want to know more and then be able to get in there and affect those decisions.
Yes.
Okay. And change. And we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a bit, but I just want to reset these timers, give me more cushion if that's okay.
Okay.
So we reset these cameras right now. Okay, so you're mentioning change, and we have a few topics to cover. Do you want me to bring you those topics, or you just kind of want to start out and tell me what you think needs to be changed?
Well, like I say, I can't do it. The change, I want to help change things, but it's not going to happen right away.
Yeah.
I got to get in there. I got to get the people to vote for me, to get me in there, and then go from there. And I can't say I'm going to make those changes right away, but at least I'm going to try, and I'll have my vote to say when if I get on that council.
Yep, and you'll learn the process and stuff.
Yes.
So what would you say going in right now, though, is like the biggest thing in your head where we got to see change with the tribe? I mean, is it economically? Is it some of the other epidemics?
I say it is letting people off the reservation vote.
Off res
Yes.
member voting. Okay,
Yes.
that's one of the big things out there.
Yeah, and that's what I've been hearing a lot of, and that's one of the biggest I'd like to see.
Okay, so let's break that down then. I had put a poll up on the KBIC members page, and there was 3 choices. One was, do you think that members on the reservation should vote, members living on ceded territory should vote, or all members should vote? Where would you vote on that poll?
Well, the thing I have gone through and was thinking about was like the 3 different counties here, Marquette, Houghton, Ontonagon. There's people that live all around us that have gone there to be able to work and everything else. So give them the chance to be able to vote. And
So you would say you're leaning more towards the people within ceded territories?
Yes.
Okay. And what is your opinion on proxy voting by mail or by electronics?
Oh, the electronics would be fine. I was listening to one about that earlier in one of the videos. And I think that's a great idea myself. I think that's good too. Because there is a lot of people that aren't around here that would like to put their vote in.
Yep. And then I think, from the past interviews, the thing would be to just try to make it a system where everybody's sort of happy. And then if we're having people voting, we have to make sure they're staying informed with what's going on.
Exactly. And I think that they should be.
All right. So you already kind of jumped us into the bigger topic. So I'm going to go to Facebook here and ask some of these questions. Well, as I find them, let me see. Let's go to the culture question. That's always the big thing. I'm interested in how culture has played a role in your candidates' lives and in how you carry it today.
The culture, that's a tough one for me because I don't know a lot about the cultural because it wasn't really pushed on me growing up. So it's like I've learned with going to the powwows, and my grandkids have danced at the powwows and stuff like that. I love when my grandkids with the language when they've been younger and stuff, they've come home and they've talked the language. I think that's awesome job. I think that's just great, and I wish I could have learned it like that when I was growing up, but
things were the way they were.
Right. Yes.
All right. So you don't have much of a past when it comes to the culture.
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm sad that.
And that's common.
Yeah.
But would you say it's working its way in a little bit?
Yeah, listening to my grandkids, coming home and talking the language and seeing them dancing.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy that.
And then what would that mean to you? Because, it's a government position and whatnot, but it's a tribal council, which is, the leader of our people. Does that carry a pretty big weight with you?
It does, yes.
All right, very good. So I'm trying to find the post here and all these questions. Once again, tribal members, if you would still like to ask questions, the post is open on the KBIC tribal members page, and I'm taking the questions as they come. So you might get a question here today that someone else didn't get because they're still popping up. So once again, that's on the KBIC tribal members page, and you can see all the videos there. You can also see the videos on our Indigenous Insights Facebook page. And I'm pretty much just stalling now because I'm trying to find this post. All right, so let's just go to one of the other big topics. What's your opinion on the casino projects?
I think it's great. I just wish they would have put a hotel in the Marquette Casino. I feel they need that more than they needed the conference area stuff. Because I wouldn't want to go there and have to travel back and forth to find a hotel further away. I'd rather have the hotel right there.
Yep. So you're all for
Yes.
the phase 2.
Right. Yes, I am.
And that seems to be the common thing.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion on the cannabis adventures of the tribe?
I'm not against it. I just wish they wouldn't have rushed into it so fast and got more information, did more investigating on it. And I've never been against the marijuana. I think it's going to be a great idea if everything goes and works out the way they say it's going to work out.
All right, very good. And just going from my memory from these questions, do you have any other just ideas? Because, it's not up to tribal council members really to create businesses, but in your mind, is there any other viable business ventures for our tribe to look into other than gaming, other than cannabis?
Oh, gosh.
It's a big one. I mean, that, like I said, it's not really up to
we
you
have the
guys.
stores, we have the casinos. I felt we should have kept the building supply opened.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not really.
A lot of people have mentioned our natural resources.
Yeah, with the like the farming and stuff like that, or
trails, things like that. Actually,
yes, and they have that trail going on down here on the highway, and I think that was a great idea.
See, that's the thing with the tribal council. A lot of people would say, well, why haven't you guys done this? Why haven't you guys done this? But really, you guys are the tribal council is there to hear proposals from people and then decide which proposals to go with. But I think it's a good question because then it just lets people know where your mind's at with it. So another big topic, because I still can't find the post. Did somebody delete it on me? But another big topic is the drug epidemic here in our community. What's your opinion on that?
Oh, it's terrible. And to tell you the truth, I've actually gone through it with a family member.
Okay, so it's directly affected you.
It did. And I had to sit down and do I had to back away a lot, but yet I tried real hard to, get through it. And they did get through it. They're stronger now. They're happier. And a lot of encouragement, trying to, say this and this in their families. You don't want to lose your families. And they actually realized about their families, and they came out of it and are doing great.
It's about healing.
About healing, yes.
Okay. All right, looks like we're reaching this first timer once again. That'll give me a second to find these questions. We're going to reset the cameras. Well, I guess we already sort of asked this, but I'll give you another chance to give us another angle because I want to give the questions to you from the people because to me that's part of the design of these is getting the people's questions up. So Pretty simple. Carrie Ashbrook, what is your motivation to run for tribal council?
My motivation is to get in there and be able to have a vote on the council and work with the community and try to get things what the people in the community want and work with the community members.
All right, very good. So let's move to the question. Jessica Bowes, what are your views on using technology to propel our tribe into the future? You mentioned electronic voting for proxy voting, possibly. Any other?
Technology, I think it's good nowadays because that's all it is now is technology. I'd be for that, getting better technology in with the tribe.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's
just... Some people don't like getting in the new stuff. They like the old-fashioned way, but it's all changing now, so yeah, technology
Absolutely.
And everything is.
I mean, because there's the scare there of getting addicted to technology like many people are, but it really is such a great tool.
Right.
Here's a question here from Gary Mayo, but I don't think I'll be asking that one. It's a little... Let's see here. Oh, I like this question from Michael Dowd. What, in your opinion, makes the perfect tribal council member?
Being honest, willing to work and help the community.
It's a big question.
It is.
It's a really...
I had ideas. It's just being honest, willing to help, and being there for the people that voted me in and stuff. So
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's a big question.
it is a big question, yeah.
And it could just go so many ways. It's one of those really idealistic questions. But it's good. I mean, it's good for people to hear how you come across with it. What's your view on term limits?
The term limits, I feel the terms should go a little longer because you're always switching out every year. So every year then someone new has to find out what's going on, and if they had a longer term, they could work on stuff together.
Yeah.
As a council, as with the community, and just
it does seem like a quick turnover.
Harder. Right? It's harder when you're putting people in there every year, because then they have to learn and figure out what's going on, and
how can anybody really develop teamwork in that quick amount of time?
Yes, I feel longer terms.
Okay, so this is kind of a question that's a little different. We had asked about, voting rights, but do you support people in the Ontonagon areas and the Marquette lands having a seat on council?
I do, yes. I agree with that. They should. I mean, they're a member. They're on our enrollment list and stuff. So I feel that they should be able to have a chance to run for council.
Very good. Okay, so timer's going good. I feel like we are there's this one, Doris Herrera. Would you run for council if you were not getting paid?
I would. Because when I have thought about running, and now that I put my letter in, I haven't thought about the pay. I've thought about being on the council to help make change and help the members in the community.
Okay. And here's another good, simple one. How would serving fit with your other responsibilities?
Oh, that was a tough one that I was thinking. I mean, my responsibilities are my home, my family, my grandkids. And my kids are very supportive of me running this year. So it would be blend right in with my work, everyday house, family, and
it fits right in. You're mentioning that your grandkids are going to be helping you?
They're going to, yes. They're going to help me put my signs up. I got my signs coming. They came in yesterday, and I'm going to be putting them up this weekend.
I like it. So you were mentioning that you were maybe going to put together a card or something with some bullet points. What are some of those main bullet points you'll have on that card?
Well, I have my degrees on there, and my willingness, my trustworthy, being honest with the people, telling them that the best thing I can do is try.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can try to make a change, and it's not going to happen overnight. But
you're going to get in there and learn.
I'm going to get in there and learn and do my best and try.
Okay, so here's a question from Christina Mackey, another one from her. I never actually asked this to anybody yet because I was asked that first one. Some candidates kind of went into it on their own, but what are some weaknesses or personal challenges that may come up while serving?
Probably weaknesses. Oh gosh.
Would you say just that you don't know a bunch of the game at the moment?
Right. Exactly.
I mean, there's so much you got to learn.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about what's going on. I mean, I know it by watching the videos and stuff, but getting on the seat and then doing it, I have to, like I said, it'll take time, and I have to learn what's going on.
Fair enough.
Go with the flow with it then.
Fair enough. Okay, we got 2.5 minutes on this timer. Well, I guess you sort of already mentioned this. I mean, just maybe another angle on it. Like I said, I'm bringing questions from the people. And you specifically mentioned change yourself. So Christina Mackey asks, what are some topics you will bring up for change? I.e. policies, community gatherings, etc.
Pardon?
Those are some examples. Policies, community gatherings. What are some topics you'll bring up for change? Something you want to see happening around here? Something that you'd leave behind that we directly say, hey, Dianne did that.
Change, I'd like to see more of the council getting involved more with the people, letting them know more of what's going on.
That transparency people talk about.
Yeah. The businesses, I want to see more people applying for them. We see a lot of not having a lot of people.
We have a lack of employment.
Employment, yeah.
That's how you say it?
And I'd like to see that grow a little bit better.
That's something that I'm actually starting to see creep up a little more. There's people starting to talk about it, but I think that's something that's catching up pretty quick on us.
I'd like to know why and see why they're not applying for the jobs in the community, because there are jobs out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've did part-time at BP, and now I can still go back and do part-time. And I'd just like to get people in there to apply for these jobs and stuff like that. So
Absolutely. Okay. Very good. See, that's why we ask these questions, so we can go to these different angles.
yeah.
All right, let's reset these timers so I don't cut you off with the timers. Timer is running. Okay, let's go to another one of the big bullet point issues that I've been bringing up with the candidates. Blood quantum. What is your opinion on blood quantum?
I think it should be changed. I also feel like with blood quantum, like men, if they're raising their children, if they could use their blood quantum to let the kids get enrolled.
Okay.
I wish they could do that, because there are men out there that have been married to or are married to non-natives,
Okay.
and I wish their kids still would be able to.
So say we have like a half-blood that
Yeah.
marries a non-member, so their kid might,
Yeah.
well, a little less than half-blood, and their kid would fall under that quarter.
Right.
But they're a member, they're here,
Yes.
and their kid should get in. So
And
descendants.
I feel that should change and let them get a chance to get on the rolls and let the fathers be able to enroll their children.
Okay, so you're very inclusive of everybody.
I am, yeah. Very.
Okay, very good. So I do believe we're hitting that point now. I think we hit all the big stuff. Is there anything that you'd like to cover that I haven't hit on yet?
Well, I just feel like I'd like to change a lot of things, but just trying getting on the council, and it's going to take a slow moving a little bit in the beginning. I just hope that everybody gets out there and votes for me, and I'll try to do my very best if I get on the council.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mitch.